The Pike Performing Arts Center is a 1,449-seat auditorium, and it's here to serve the high school.
It was definitely designed and intended for community use as well.
The Broken Arrow Performing Arts Center, any of the concerts for band, drama, choir, orchestra, that happens here, but also Broadway tours, Grammy Award-winning artists.
Whenever we had larger events, they would always request that we either rent better equipment or they would bring their own.
This hall is built acoustically live, which is great, but when you add amplified sound, it's important to keep the intelligibility.
I think vocals were the biggest thing that people complained they couldn't understand.
We couldn't blend, we couldn't hear ourselves. The parents would call and complain.
You would try to, of course, overcome intelligibility by more volume, which would only make it worse.
In a hall like this, when you're spraying walls and you're plastering sound everywhere, it just exacerbates your problems. You need very accurate pattern control. The name Room Match system defines what they're really doing.
You will see and hear the same thing from any point in the house.
And the number of boxes gives you that latitude.
And paired with them is Power Match amplifiers. You can run it off of a 20-amp breaker and still get 4,000 watts.
You've got more tools, and you've got tools that really behave the way they should.
The fact that you could cut it off of all the places that you didn't want it to go. You sit in the seat and you have sound, you stand up next to the wall and it goes away. It's fantastic.
Most of the pro shows, they come in, they sit down and they get their tablet out. You don't have to walk around because the coverage is the same no matter where you go.
You don't have to deal with feedback.
I mean, I have so much more headroom.
It's almost a curtain between the house and the performer.
Over 20 dB lower than what the house is right in front of the stage.
You know, running monitor levels lower, I have full control over the house.
Sitting out there at sound check, I'm like, man, it's hard to imagine there's just 4 guys up here and it's all sounding that great.
The funny part is now that we have it in, though, is that I have to convince other people.
I think we're right already for everything that comes in here. I will pay for the extra labor to offload speaker systems if, after sound check, they're not happy.
And once they hear it, it's not real hard.
It was nearly record quality.
Clarity was great. You could hear every word.
Everything's crisp and clear. You can actually understand what the bass tones are doing.
It's just this glorious sound.
When you have great sound happening out in the audience, and it's much easier for the audience to just get wrapped up in this.
And when it comes together, it is really a great feeling for everyone.
Makes you feel good in your heart.
Wow, wow.